Hello guys, welcome back to a VenusNinja episode where today we're going to be working on another iron farm design. This is a new updated iron farm design, and these are using the cells made by Gnembon. These cells are, the previous cells in the previous video are going to break, and that's just because you didn't have carpet on top, so the villagers when they slept, they could get back up on the bed instead of in their cells. And that was going to mess them up, and they could possibly just fall down, and we don't want that to happen. And this farm is also slightly more efficient than the previous farm, just how these cells are placed and the way that the villagers on this side, over here, won't detect the iron golem spawned on this side. But yeah, this is going to be cool. Auto Farms episode 4 or 5, I think, but let's get right into it. So the first thing we're going to do is work on these collection cells. These are where the iron golems are going to start spawning when the villagers get scared of the iron golem. So to start this, we are just going to go over here and create a nice long line of these things. Now we want them to be exactly 9 blocks long. It doesn't have to be exactly 9, but in this example we're just going to make them 9. And we're going to make them 2 blocks tall. Then we're going to give us some slabs. Whoops. Slabs are just there to hold the water. It doesn't have to be slabs either. They just need to be a top block. So just finish this and we're going to make a 3 by 9 platform, just like that. Once you finish your 3 by 9 platform, we're going to need to put the fence gates and these walls in. So these glass panes in. So first let's get some glass panes. Put them here and there. There, and there. And we're just going to need to put this on the other side as well. So and like that. Whoops. Now we're going to need to put these fence gates in. These fence gates help block off the water, so when the iron golem spawns in the water, it's just going to instantly fall down because the fence gates stop the flow of the water. So we're going to need fence gates on the bottom, because I found that a lot of the times that iron golems tended to just get stuck on a block and hang out like this. And that's not what we want, because then they won't be falling down, we won't get their iron. So what we're going to need to do next is create a bunch of fence gates. And these can be any kind of fence gate. You could also substitute fence gates with the signs. Those should work as well. And we just want to have them all staying open. Boom, boom, boom. Now we're going to need to put the water. So once we got the water bucket, we can just... Whoops, yeah, see, that's the problem. You don't want to right click the slab directly, because that's going to create a waterlogged slab. So to remove that, you're just going to put that there. Put the slab back, and make sure you put the water bucket on this block right here. That way it won't become a waterlogged slab. And that, it creates our first cell. Now we're going to actually want to make one more cell on the opposite side, the exact same way we did, and make sure this cell is exactly 18 blocks away from the previous cell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That should be the block that we want to start our next build on. And what I mean by that is that's the block we're going to want to start our wall on. So like this. And then increasing until you get your 9 blocks. Also, make sure that when you're building the opposite one, make sure it's facing like the opposite way. That way this villager won't detect an iron golem going that direction. Okay, so once we got our opposite collection chambers, we're now going to have to build the villagers' cells themselves. So this is going to have to be built a little bit diagonal from this, exactly 4 blocks down and 2 blocks across. 3 blocks across and 4 blocks up. 4 blocks up. So this is gonna have to be built right here. Should be it. Whoops, sorry, you have to go 1 block higher and you have to go like that. That should be the correct distance for a villager cell. Now what you're going to want to do first is you're going to want to give yourself some carpet. Any carpet will do, and you're going to need a lot of string for this. So first you want to put the string here. We're using string just to be able to place the carpet down. And then you're going to want to go 2 blocks back. Then you're going to want to give yourself 3 beds. Any beds work. And then you can go boom, boom, boom. Break these. Then you're going to want to put string here, 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 here. And you're going to want them on this side as well. Now you just want to cover the whole thing in carpet. Just like what we did on this side. And then you're going to notice we're going to have some chains here. But if you're in survival and you're building this, the best option to do is to get like a rail system coming in here, and then you can have villagers just pumped in here with the minecart. And then once you get 3 villagers here, you grab yourself some chain, and then you just lock them up like this, and then you break the minecarts. You're going to want to build this exact thing on the opposite side as well. Also, just like the previous one, you're going to want them facing inwards. This one should be facing an opposite direction to this one. So have the carpet on this side and build accordingly. Place the string. Oh hey, an iron golem died. So once you got your villagers in and you built the opposite cell, you're gonna now want to build a zombie cell. Now this requires the most expensive part of the whole build, soul sand. So this is going to be some starter farm. You're going to need to have to have gone to the nether before, but soul sand isn't too hard to get, so I'd recommend just getting that first. Now to build this zombie cage, you're going to need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks out, 1, and then you're going to need to put the soul sand up there. Now what you're going to need to do is get some fence posts, and it's going to be anyone. I'm just going to get a acacia fence, and you're just going to put them like that, and this allows so the water won't escape when you put the bubble column in. Then you're going to need a water bucket. Now the easiest way to do this is 1 bucket here. Then you don't want to right click on the fence gate because that will waterlog the fence gate. So what you want to do is put the first block of water there. Then when you put a block up there and a water block up there. This creates the bubble column so I can stand happily up here. Now you're going to want to get the zombie in. The best way to do this is trap one in a minecart, get one up here, and let it just ride over onto this bubble stream. Now the minecart will be bubbling along. You're going to want to lock it up like this, and then you're going to want to break the minecart, and the zombie will keep floating, and then you can break everything. And make sure the zombie doesn't get attracted, and because he will be able to just jump out. So you don't want him to get like too close to you, so you want to break that quickly. Then once you have the zombie in, you should see the villagers start to wake up and kind of like get scared. This is not to mention this, but make sure that your zombie is name tagged. This zombie has to be name tagged, otherwise it's going to eventually despawn, and then your iron farm will break. So you're gonna want to make sure this zombie is name tagged. I named it. Don't forget to name tag the zombie. But also, guys, when you put in your zombie, you're going to want to put a roof above it, otherwise it's going to burn in daylight. So you want to put this like relatively high, and you probably just put it lighted up so like mobs don't spawn on the top, and just make sure so that way the zombie, you see he's taking damage. so that's not good. And like this, now the zombie's safe, so it won't burn up, and you'll get your iron golems. This is when you want to start making your collection chamber. Now, a good way to test the farm is even working is just make sure that you don't build a collection chamber, just watch them fall, which we'll do right now. And we can see the iron golems have spawned in and they fell. So now we know this farm is actually working. So now we need to build this collection system. Now when you're making this collection chamber, you're going to want to go down a little bit, about 10 blocks down from this, around 15 actually, and then start building a base. This doesn't have to be made out of magma cubes, it can be made out of any block, but magma cubes will allow the iron golem to die faster. So I'm going to use those. And for this base layer, you're going to want to make exactly an 8 by 13 rectangle, just to match this collection chamber on the top. Then you're going to want to fill it in with your blocks that your building block of choice, such as magma blocks. Once you've finished this small magma cube platform, get your other building block of choice, or not magma, but your building block, your platform. Get your building block of choice, build 3 blocks up, and create a big wall around the entire platform. Now you're going to want a lot of signs. So get yourself some signs, and I'm just going to get acacia signs because why not, and then just spam. It's going to be really annoying, but you're going to want to spam all the way around like this. You could also use open fence gates, but those are also a big pain because you have to go one by one in opening them. So you're just going to want to go like this, and you're going to want them to go all the way around. So just like this row, but all the way down to that row. So once you got your signs on the top, now you're going to want to get your lava in. So get yourself some lava buckets. I'm just going to get some, yep. And then you're just going to want to try to spam it around. Start by putting it in the first 4 corners, and then just put on every block that's not covered. So I can kind of clearly see that it's not going to be enough, so I'm going to put something there, put something there, put something there, and let's see how much that does. And it looks like we're going to need some more here, and here, and then looks like there's just literally 1 block, so we can just put some stuff there and there, and then that should be our very first chamber. Iron golems will fall into this, and they will die. Now we need to create a collection system where the items will be picked up. For this, we're going to use hopper minecarts. So let's give ourselves a building block. Let's charge this iron blocks. Go 1 block down and make a big platform first. Now you're going to want to actually put rails in. So an easy way to do this is get some rails on you. Give yourself a trap door. And then just try putting on the bottom side. Boom. Give yourselves some rails, and then you can just quickly place them like this. So you're going to want to go up to this block, and then give yourselves a powered rail. Oh, you know what, you can die. You can just go like this, and then you're probably going to want 1 more powered rail, so you're going to put 1 there too. And I fell out because I am not that great. So I'm going to just go out here, here, and just want to continue this pattern of placing the powered rails in exactly that order. And when this happens, you're going to want to make sure you break this block, and then that can happen. So you need to make sure that the rails don't connect like that, so it's an actual loop. So it goes like this. You don't need this block, this one here. So then you can just go do, and just continue this rail pattern all the way around. Once you're done placing the rails, you're going to give yourself a lever, and a bunch of levers actually, and then you're just going to put power all the rails that you put. So we're going to want to put levers all across here. So that way that we can then just quickly flick them on. So boop, 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 boop. And then that side is all powered. We're going to do the same thing on this side. So and then we can just power every single individual lever. This powers all our rails. And then we can just power this one on this side and power this one on this side, or it's already powered. So then we're going to make our minecart unloading station. So to do this, we're going to have to make this section go up. So to do this, you're going to want some more rails, and just go over here, here, and then this block is actually maybe broken. Give yourself a hopper and just put it down there. Then put here. Here inside will be a chest, and this is just going to be a simple, like I said, this is going to be a simple minecart unloading station. You're going to need a comparator, and this is going to sense when stuff goes inside the hopper. So when a minecart goes around and collects all the stuff down there, it's going to arrive here, and when this hopper takes something in from the minecart hopper, it's going to depower this rail, waiting for everything to go in this chest. And when everything's in the chest, it will restart and it will go on its way. So to do that, we're going to need to go like this, and then we're going to need a redstone torch. A redstone torch allows us to invert the signal. So when you go like this, you can go like that, and then we need our thing here. Now we need one redstone dust. Whoops. And then that will power the rail. Then we're also just going to need to put one block over here. That's only after we finish our thing. So we can just put something here. And then what we're going to need to do is give ourselves one hopper minecart. And let it go. Watch it go. You see, I forgot to put power one lever down here. So make sure you power every lever. So once the hopper minecart collects things, then it's going to unpower this rail, unpower this torch, and it's going to go all in here. Now that we created our first cell, we're going to have to copy this entire thing and put it on this exact side just like this. I also forgot to mention this, but make sure that your zombie is name tagged. This zombie has to be name tagged, otherwise it's going to eventually despawn, and then your mob and your iron farm will break. So you're going to want to make sure this zombie is name tagged. I named it, don't forget to name tag the zombie, but you can name it whatever you want. But yeah, you're going to have to build this on the exact opposite side. And once you have the second cell in, just like this, you can connect these item streams if you want, but otherwise you But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and see ya!